Good evening. That's the kettle just boiled. I'm out here tonight, and although I've got the heating on, like I said the other night, my air conditioning is really struggling. And then you can probably see it. Saw blade. I'm going to attempt to show you something on camera. I'll see if I can expand this so you can see what I do. Now, this might be a little bit boring, might be a little bit long, but let's give it a go. Every now and then, it's called a slip up. It happens. The reason for this block is because I'm higher up in my vise. I haven't got my work glasses with me, so that's why I've raised it up a bit. I think you lot can still see, yep. This is where I do a little curve. This bit should fall out now. If I do this angle, can you still see? Yeah. Right. Well, after you've been doing this for a few years, you can learn to get to be able to do this. Filing with the saw blade. It just comes with sitting at the bench. I picked up one of these saw frames for the first time in 1971, I think it was, when I picked up one of these. Back on a curve again. Sorry if I was out of camera there. It happens. Right, now you've just seen me pierce that out. And the reason I'm doing this is because I've got a centre console. And in the centre console that I've got, when you've got just the ordinary wingard belts, I know you can hang them, the male part that you clip into the belt, you can hang it up on the B pillar. But the female tends to just be dropped in the car and wanders about. So I'm intending to make a bracket. Now, if you imagine that's the strip of my centre console here going down, and my handbrake is there, you lift it up, level with about the handbrake around about here, wherever it's going to be convenient for me to do it. I intend to make one of them and one of them to go either side. You with me? Now, I put a post out the other night asking if anyone had any wingard belts. I didn't get a response because either one, two things, either nobody's got any or they don't want to sell them. It's fair enough. But that's the idea of what I want to do. So if I turn that around, you see what I mean? You with me? Now, what I also did the other night was I was just experimenting, I was playing. That goes into my female really well. The tube is for a stoppie. So when it goes in, it'll go donk there. The only way I could maybe think of doing it, and I'm not right, but I'm not wrong, is just working it out, is to maybe have this tube on here so that when it goes down, I've got a defined clunk, if that makes sense. I mean, it's the other way around, obviously, because it's going to be there, and that one will be there, and then the belt comes there, it clips on there. And to get them out, to squeeze the belt on the push button, and you lift the belt off. I do know that the 68, 67 Mustangs had these, or something very, very similar to this in the 60s. I'm sure a lot of you will agree with me. I think you will. The 60s and the 70s for me were the best time for car manufacture, me personally, because the design was fabulous, the colours were fabulous, the looks, the basics, everything for me from about 1964 or 60 even, right the way through to me personally for 1976, 77 was the best era for me. You've only got to look at today's colours. What colour's your car? Black. What's your car? Silver. What's your car? Grey. What did we have in the 60s? Carnival red, Venetian red, Daytona yellow, copper bronze, Olympic blue, ermine white, Le Mans green. Although my Gino is Le Mans green, I'm not a lover of it, but that's neither here nor there. It was still outrageous. My first Mexico, Sebring red, or is it called Sebring orange? I'll never know what to call it. Signal orange. It was the best times for me personally. Really, really good times. But so I thought I'd just show you tonight how I go about doing these. It's just an idea of where I'm going with it, to have these stoppies made, which will be there and there. Now I've got to be honest with you, tonight I'm struggling because I'm so immensely tired. It happens, doesn't it, to all of us. So I'm not doing any more tonight, but I just thought I would show you how I do things, you know, in regards to cutting out a square hole. I haven't got the facility of a CNC machine, so the only way I can do it is what I've always done. Use them. I'll give you a bit more of an update when I know a little bit more on these and how I'm doing them. I mean, in the meantime, I might come across a couple of wingard belts, and if I do, I'd only be too delighted, because it would save me a lot of mucking about. At the end of the day, I can still do these, but if I do come across a couple of wind guards, I will go with it. Right, in the meantime, I really have had enough tonight because I'm tired and I want to go indoors and get in the bath, get out of the bath, go downstairs and just listen to my music, because that's what I get a buzz from, because I ain't got a telly, don't need one. Right, in the meantime, you lot, I just thought that might be quite interesting. I do bid you a good evening. Good evening.